What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we back with my guy exploring the foreign. Definitely enjoyed his video, his last video, just with the 5 ways life has been for him in the Netherlands, what really helped him. And now we got, after living in the Netherlands for 1.5 years, do I miss the US? From the looks of it, especially from that last video, because I believe this was way before he did the last video I checked out. And I can tell it really helped him a lot. He really enjoyed it. And I see he almost close to 1,000 subscribers, man. So if y'all seeing this, please share his videos. Make sure y'all help my guy get to 1,000 subscribers. Definitely well deserved. Definitely, he definitely loves the Netherlands. I can say that. I definitely can say that. So, but we finna check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Send down those recommendations.
What's going on, everybody? Sam back here for another video on exploring the foreign. I'm currently going for a walk in my neighborhood Dimbos, trying to enjoy it the most I can because pretty soon I'll be moving to Amsterdam. I'm looking forward to that, but I've had a great time here so far in Dimbos, and yeah, enjoying my last few moments. And while I'm on this walk right now, I decided why not have a little candid conversation with you guys about my thoughts on this question that I get quite often from people, and that is, Sam, do you miss living in the United States? Now, for those that don't know, I moved to the Netherlands about 1.5 years ago, December 2020. And during my time here, I could truly say that I've had just such a level of peace that I've never experienced so far in life.
That's real good.
And I truly love it. When I think about the Netherlands, I think of a very organized country. Just everything works. I have a great job, I have my girlfriend, I have her family, I'm doing this YouTube thing that I'm super passionate about. I just have a lot of nice things going for me. I'm able to travel easily to all these different places. Life has just been going very well. And when I think about the United States, now of course, friends and family, always gonna miss that. That's not even a question. Very near and dear to my heart. I'm a big family guy, I'm a big relationship guy. Like, I love the relationships that I have in my life. But if I take that out, if I just think about the country itself, the United States, do I miss living there? Honestly, no. And let me tell you why. Yes,
before he get into the why, I can definitely, you know how have you ever just can look at somebody and you can see like peace over them type of thing? You know, my guy looked genuinely happy, peaceful. I mean, it looks beautiful out there in the Netherlands. I don't know if he said he was in the Netherlands right now, because he said he was moving to Amsterdam. He might be in another part of the Netherlands, I believe, another city or something nearby. But I mean, like what he mentioned about if you take away like family and stuff, like if you think about it, most people are where they are probably because family and stuff, or moving closer or close by to be with family, because family is everything. Don't get me wrong, family is everything. Family is all you got, type of thing. But I'm sure this is definitely a big decision for him, but he still got family. That's a good thing. He still got family out in the Netherlands.
Living there, honestly, no. Let me tell you why. Yes, there are things in the United States that, especially in California, where I'm from, that really make me me. Just a very laid back, chill vibe. In California, very chill people. The foods that you have there, Mexican food, authentic Mexican food, I love it. The music, very much me, just West Coast, hip hop, all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
That's my kind of thing. But when I think about the country itself as a whole, there are just not really many pros I could think of when it comes to living in the United States. I mean, all the major topics I'm sure you guys are aware of already. The guns, let's talk recent legislation with the abortion laws. Let's talk just the division in the country. There's just really no sense of unity, you feel. Everyone's just super opinionated, and it's just your side or nothing else. All those kind of things come to mind when I think about living in the US. And I have friends that text me all the time like, oh man, you left at the perfect time, because this country is really going down the drain. And for someone that's watching from afar, I could definitely feel that, and I don't really feel much of a desire when it comes to moving back to the US.
And I think his statements are valid, just because, like, especially when you hear and you see everything versus like now you become an outsider looking into the US, and you really start looking and be like, dang, like this, I thought it was messed up being an insider, but like you really got to be open minded to hear people out, like with their views. Like I hear people views and stuff, or I see the comments of people views of the U.S. You know, some of them they're not like, oh, they're just horrible, worst place in the world. Or some of them are. I ain't gonna lie. Some people do be saying that, but some people are like, you know, they just gotta get it together. Like it got a lot of potential, and I believe this country does have a lot of potential. It's just like we just gotta put our pride aside. I feel like it's just too much pride and entitlement type of things. Like, but our pride is killing us. Like, it's killing the country as a whole. Like you mentioned, no unity at all. Like, where there's division, that's where things are worse, and our country is dividing before our eyes. It's a sad thing.
I don't really feel much of a desire when it comes to moving back to the U.S. And it's kind of sad to say, of course, you know, because it's my country, it's where I'm from. I would love to just be like, oh yeah, of course I miss the U.S. Like, yeah, the Netherlands is great, but you know, the U.S., that's where it's at. America, you know, the American dream. Well, I don't have that. And
what is the
I've
American
lived
dream?
outside of the country before. Just to give some context, I've lived in Spain, I lived in Chile, and now I've been living in the Netherlands for the past year and a half. And through these experiences, it's really just made me aware. Once you step outside of your country, you live outside of your country, you really become aware of like the things in your country. Mm-hmm. You know, before that, it's just before living in another place, you're just used to how things go where you're from, and this is just the standard status quo. But for me, now that I've had this experience, an extensive amount of time living outside of the U.S., it just made me so aware of certain things that we have that are just like, why do we do things this way? Like, life doesn't have to be this way. Everyone doesn't have to own a gun. We don't have to have such large portions.
It definitely make life complicated now.
This way. Everyone doesn't have to own a gun. We don't have to have such large portions when we go out to eat. We don't have to be so divided, etc. Like, these things come to mind, like, why are we operating this way? But, you know, it's so ingrained into the culture in the United States, and
it becomes normal.
Now that I've been living in a country, for example, like the Netherlands, where, you know, obviously everyone doesn't think the same and agree on things and all that kind of stuff, but you don't really see, or at least personally, I don't really feel much of a division in this country.
That's a good thing.
You know, for example, they have what's called the polar system in the government, where basically it's a system in place where everyone gets a say. They have all these different parties in the government, and it's basically set up that way. So
you know what? I heard somebody say that probably in another video. I can't remember if it was on like one of those TikTok compilation things or a video that I did, but somebody did say like maybe majority of Europe that is multiple parties. You know what? I think it was a Norway video I did. I think they did say, you know, they have multiple parties. It ain't just like with us, we just have the Democratic or Republican. You know, like there's a lot of options for people. Like if you feel this way, they can, you know, like, I mean, I feel like we don't give people much of a choice here.
You have all these different parties in the government, and it's basically set up that way so that there's no one group that's just taking over. And I think that's amazing. I think that's awesome, and it seems to work pretty well in this country.
That's good.
But also, when I just think of the way that people live here, you know, you really just get the sense that people are just enjoying life, and, you know, of course they're working and they're trying to make a living, but their focus is not just work and, you know, a paycheck, etc. And I love that. You know, life is too short to just be fixated on a career or just fixated on making money. Like, no, we have a very limited time here on this earth. And in my opinion, we should be enjoying that. We should have the ability to enjoy that. And, you know, I love that this country is set up in a way where people have the room and the flexibility to be able to do so. But in the United States, you feel you need to make sure you're on top of making your money. Because, for example, who knows, like, this unexpected medical bill that I got to pay out of pocket for. Or just in general, the cost of living for other things that...
Yeah, because, I mean, y'all already know the medical situation when it comes to health benefits and stuff, but he right, even with the standard of living, like, you can't even get an apartment unless you make 3 times your income. Like, everything getting expensive, everything is raising in prices, but our salaries, like, people can't even make a workable wage to live. And you got apartments that don't even, you know, they're not even like top of the line. They've been here for decades, and they telling you need to make 3 times your income. Y'all was taking apartments. They were taking anything back then. Now you need 3 times your income for a little apartment that was basically, built God knows when, is old. They ain't fixing it up too nice. And I need 3 times my income. That's ridiculous.
I got to pay out of pocket for, or just in general, the cost of living for other things that are just insane in the United States. It's not a good way to live, in my opinion.
And,
now, just to be clear, I'm not trying to say the United States is some terrible, terrible place to live. Like, I love it every time I go home. I really enjoy, being in the spaces that I grew up in, and once again, seeing all my friends and family. And there's also just very things in American culture that I love. But overall, if you ask me, do I miss it? Do I miss living there? I had to say no. And I'm enjoying my time here in the Netherlands. And how long I plan on staying here, that's a difficult question to answer. There's a lot of different factors with that, but I don't have any plans on leaving anytime soon. I can tell you that. It's a good experience to kind of experience life outside of your country, because once again, it just makes you more aware of your customs and your country's values and what's going on in your country, and kind of evaluate, do I agree with those things? Do I like those things, or do I prefer living elsewhere? Well, that's my little spill for my walk today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm curious to hear, the feedback on this. I'm sure not everybody will agree with some of the things that I stated, but that's okay.
It is what it is.
Conversation is for, we could discuss. Stay tuned. I got some exciting videos coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned.
Okay, I enjoyed this. But I think that's pretty cool. Like you said, life should be experienced where you get outside of your country, So, but I think for him, exploring the foreign, I think if he don't, he seemed like a guy that traveled. I feel like if he goes somewhere else, it'll probably still be in Europe. So that would be cool just to see his journey and stuff. But like I said, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, because I feel like the things he's saying, pretty genuine guy. Definitely have some good stuff that he got going on with his YouTube channel. So, and I appreciate you guys for recommending his channel. And the last video, I had somebody else tell me to check out more of his content, but this was good. And like I said, the things he stated, of course it's his experience, his opinion type. But shoot, when you been here and know what's going on, you kind of look, like I said, most people, they don't have information about other countries. They're not open-minded probably to even learn and to know that, it sucks paying out of pocket for medical expenses and don't know when you're going to need a procedure done in your life. And now you stuck in debt because you broke your leg or something. Now you in debt because you broke your arm or broke your finger. I've seen a video, a finger cost about $20K almost if you messed that up or cut that up. So, but definitely enjoy this. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Hey, send me more recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.